What's up, guys? Today we have one of my favorite cars in the detail garage. This is a 1955 Porsche 550 Spyder. Now, if you don't know, this is the car that James Dean had. Unfortunately, it's the car he died in, but this car, it emulates three of my favorite things. It's hand-built, it's a Porsche, and it's fast. So the car doesn't need a whole lot, but we're still going to give it the treatment that we normally give all of our cars in the detail garage. We're going to wash it, we're going to prep it for its next step in life. We're going to clay it, we're going to actually give it a nice wax so it enhances the shine, but more importantly, it's going to protect that finish. If there's anything you guys want to see in these videos or in this video, be sure to comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you guys later. Now, we brought the 1955 Porsche 550 Spyder into the detail garage, and we've already used EcoSmart to remove the loose surface debris that is more abrasive, and it pulled it off without scratching it. Now, there were still some impurities that were stuck in the pores of the paint because although this car doesn't sit outside very often, it will be out there sometimes, and contamination and fallout embeds those pores and it gives that rough feeling. So by using a light clay bar and luber, it gently removed it to give it that super slick feeling, and also this makes it easier for new coatings and waxes to bond and last longer. So now our third step is we're going to be using wipeout, and that's going to remove any last remaining grease, oils, or anything that's on the surface to give us a super slick feeling, and also it's going to remove any impurities. Now what this is it basically is a surface prep spray. You can spray it on the glass, you can spray it on the paint. I'll give it a chance to emulsify, encapsulate, and really penetrate the surface so that we're not leaving any grease or oils behind, because we have a super slick wax that's coming up next. And we want to make sure that we can get it to shine as best as it can and last as long as it can. Just using a super plush towel here, and I'm also rolling it as I wipe in straight lines. I say it a lot, but working in linear motions prevents the swirls and really hard to remove paint imperfections. So by taking this precaution, you're going to give your car the best shine, and you're also not creating more work for yourself. So as you see, this is a very open cockpit here. It doesn't have a top. That's why we didn't foam the car, because obviously water and foam will get inside here and saturate the carpets or the electrical components, although there's very little in here. It'll still be harder to clean it all out. So by using a waterless wash, it's perfect for situations like this. And also if you're detailing in colder weather, where you're in a garage, or if you're just on the go, it's super simple where all you have to do is spray it on the surface and then wipe it off with a clean microfiber towel. Now a lot of people have been oogling over this car, so there are greasy little paw prints all over the side here. So this wipeout removes it nicely. This way we're not trapping any of that grease or any of those oils. But when we put that wax down, it's going to bond straight to fresh paint. A lot of people do this step in between their polishing. This removes any of the oils, or if you're using a silicone-based polish, this way you're not leaving anything behind. It's not filling any minor scratches and swirls, but you're going to get the full effect of a completely polished vehicle. Because as a lot of detailers know, the polishes can clot and they can hide scratches and swirls, and then you'll wash the car and then they'll come out of those little minor imperfections, then you see the car still has swirls. So by using a surface prep, it cleans it totally. This way you can check your work, and also when you're about to put in your coatings, it'll have a totally clean surface. So now we're moving on to our waxing step for this Porsche, and I've got ourselves some Celeste Dettaglio, which is a high-end wax, which is basically pure carnauba. And just using a foam applicator pad, I'm going to melt some on to the applicator. And we'll start over here right above the Porsche logo, and just gently working back and forth. It glides nice and easily across the surface because it has those cleaning oils in there, would add protection, and more importantly, it's going to enhance that shine. And if you had smell-o-vision, you can smell it has that baby powder aroma. It smells very fresh and very clean in here. You can see it just works back and forth. A little bit goes a long way. You can get it on chrome pieces such as this. You can put it on glass. You can put it on headlights. Of course, your paint. And it's going to give it a nice glow, but more importantly, it's protecting the finish against UV rays, harsh elements, or anything else that can deteriorate the paint job or your glass or your chrome. Now, when you're applying a wax, especially a paste, there's a few ways you can do it. My preferred way is to work in a cross-hatching pattern. So I'll go up and down one direction, and then I'll come back across to ensure that I covered every inch of the surface. That's also going to fill in any of the minor scratches that you couldn't polish out to give you a perfect even shine. Now, Celeste only takes about 20 minutes to actually cure on the surface, so as we're working around, we're going to be getting in depth with every corner and crevice of the vehicle, and by that time, when we come back around to the hood, it should be cured to the surface and we can buff it off. So we've given the Celeste about 20 minutes to dry, so now we're going to buff it off using a happy ending towel. And in honor of James Dean with a bright red jacket, we're going to be using a bright red towel. We're going to place it on the vehicle and gently work back and forth. And I applied a very fine coat or a very thin layer, so it comes off nice and easily, which saves us time, saves us effort, and more importantly, it's saving us product. Because if you think about it, only the initial layer that's touching the paint is actually bonding. The rest of it, unfortunately, is being spent and wiped away. Got a nice slick finish here, super high shine, but more importantly, it's protecting that finish against UV rays, water spots, or anything else that could happen to this car while it's out being enjoyed. So, I'm going to finish this up. In the meantime, you guys can head over to our website, chemicalguys.com, and check out these products for yourself. You know you like this car, so be sure to give it a thumbs up. We'll see you next time right here in the Detail Garage.
Drag racing.
So if you've never used a happy ending towel before, you should, because this is a very plush towel. It picks up polishes, waxes, glazes, sealants, anything that's on the surface to buff it off for a high shine. But it's got a really nice plush pile, so you're not adding any kind of swirls or scratches as you wipe. And since it has a laser cut edge, you don't have to worry about the edge or a tag running across the paint and damaging it. So as you see here, you just place it on the vehicle and working back and forth with literally just the weight of my hand. It picks up all the wax nice and easily and it reveals that high shine. Now, again, a wax adds a carnauba-based layer that makes the surface nice and glossy, but makes it really slick too, so it makes it harder for dirt, debris, bird droppings, or water spots to stick to the surface, and this is going to help keep your car looking cleaner for longer.